Ah, trap.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time! Although, can't say the same for the cuckoo soars. Bit of a low turnout.
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa! We're really flying!
I feel light as a feather.
These phlogiston wings are awesome!
What's going on? Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all on their own?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of gaseous phlogiston.
That's incredible.
Yeah, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility and responsiveness in times of crisis. Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just passed a flying trial. Right, Elder Alpa?
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count as...
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It does.
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chaska had to ride a cuckoosaur in a trial, right? And...
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to
Chaska, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
You see? Even the Traveler agreed.
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes...
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this.
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing... Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new assessment criteria.
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds perfectly, we lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be and as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junon.
Huh? Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your...
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Cuckoosaurs are attacking the merchants again!
Again? Okay, everyone, stay put while I...
Huh? Chaska? Why did Chaska rush off like that? And then Elder Alpa and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Oh, it's back! It found us again! Run! Get out of here! Curses! She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings! Get...
Stop! All of you!
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing! What's going on?
So it really is you, sister.
Wait, sister? That cuckoosaur?
Koya, wait!
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chaska?
I'm fine. Sorry for making... No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide-and-seek when we were camp. Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukasaurs. We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, when Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested and...
Maybe she thinks that humans still...
It's a possibility, but in any case, I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong...
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about.
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to... And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement on purpose.
So, how did you answer?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn. On the one hand, but I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then, not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before... For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe, and see what Muto...
So, I hear...
Ha! I knew it! They're wild.
Hey, show a little respect.
Maybe in the flying squad.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings,
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to protect our tribe?
I didn't mean it like that.
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad...
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Chaska, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't...
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything. The real source...
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clash...
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether...
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkan's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed Chaska. To prevent things from deteriorating further...
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan. And the Flower Feather clan... Looks like I was making a...
And don't forget about Paimon. Just leave this out.
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It's possible. Leave it with me. I'll look in. Also, Chaska, could you try to keep a low profile?
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do it. Unlikely. Given how she reacted when I showed up, I don't think... If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator. Let's go see...
Show me your courage!
The wind knows me.
Coming at ya!
That was quick.
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a child?
When I was little, we used to do this thing where or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after some aerial maneuvering, she'd throw. After we got a bit older, we went to the nearby.
Stop! You're gonna give Paimon a heart attack!
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story. Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Hey, Mama Bird. I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco. I brought a couple of friends with me. These are the Traveler and Paimon. Traveler, Paimon. This is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. In the human tongue, anyway. No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. Seems, as for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still managed to Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before.
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't. Then, could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then the next time there's an incident. She said she'll take us there. Thank you, Mom.
This is a really remote location. 'Cause she was...
We stay here? Okay. Traveler. Paimon. Mom says we should stay. Koya is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we...
Any idea what they're saying?
Sounds like things are more complicated. There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been... No! It's Chime, Koya's child. The attackers... They came over the sea. Under the...
What the heck? Who...
I searched day and night and finally found them.
Yeah! T'Pol's contraption is working like a
Hey, there's another one! Wait, is that the...
Who cares? Just get them all! T'Pol pays us per catch. Chaska? How do you get here? Quick, stop her!
Don't you even think about running away!
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, Phlogiston Wings! Take me...
Uh-oh, looks like it now.
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured.
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
It's still going.
Guess we need a more permanent solution. All right then.
That was too close. I thought...
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am... No!
Well, she says it was you. Just tell me, who sent you here?
It was T'Pol. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs we can find. And he also said that this Kukasaur...
T'Pol? Huh. Sounds...
He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, and whenever we trade Kukasaurs for Phlogiston Wings, we...
So you didn't even make those wings?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here.
to make it harder to trace their origins. Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head?
No need. T'Pol doesn't tell us much. But he always stresses that he wants them alive. This is just a best guess, of course. But we suspect that the gap...
What?
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey, keep...
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power... But the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston.
That's enough. So the Kukasaurs you took.
T'Pol should have them. But no, we've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times.
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the...
T'Pol. T'Pol.
Chaska, traveler!
That voice! It's Alpa!
Elder Alba? What brings you all the way out here?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard... I don't believe it.
Elder Alba, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel...
Huh? So he's a member?
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather Clan, I definitely know him.
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from outside our tribe. You were away on a mission at the time. He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of soaring.
The Children of Echoes? That's rare.
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately in the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the
Wingless, huh? Maybe.
Perhaps. Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukasaurs. I'm gonna take these guys...
Easy, Chaska. The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about power. Bringing these men to the tribe now won't win over any current supporters of the phlogiston. After all, many are mistrustful of the Kukusaurs after.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us.
But Koya only attacked humans because they...
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, I'll take the other members of their crew into custody too.
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is going to be the key to resolving this conflict. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to fix this situation. Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon.
So Appa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes.
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. Wakey, wakey, Shilonen!
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually stop for a nap.
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupt...
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait. Does the name...
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah. Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. What? Huh. Phlogiston wings. Wow, okay.
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried making something like this before?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the flower feather.
So right after he went wingless, then. Was this flying machine...
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukusaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely. But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. And his parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. Which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. I'll go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't be long. I'm back. Allow me to introduce T'Pol's mother, Puma.
Hello.
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want. I disowned him long ago. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the. And then when he left us, he spouted. He left his notebook behind. He's no son of mine. He never called me Mom any.
Wow, they really
Her husband, to Paul's father, if you ask me, I'll go keep her company.
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we've got now, right? What's in there?
Some early designs for the phlogiston. Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a... Oh, yes. The one from the...
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there. What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view? And it only descended to...
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time...
I totally called it! But how do we get up there?
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that...
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to find another way. Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you really expect Paimon to go up there and take on T'Pol all by herself?
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can. I'm not the only...
Oh, good point. We should go...
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too. Let's head back and see what they suggest.
Chaska, you're finally back. Things...
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
We found some promising leads, but there's a major obstacle standing between...
A relic from the Cinder City? So Och...
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. And that's where you're trying to... Neither phlogiston wings nor a Kukusaur can take you that high up.
You know...
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all blocked, the gaseous phlogiston was... But now, it's flowing freely. If we were to block...
You mean, all of them except the one at the very top of the...
Precisely! With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one spout.
And then we just ride it up into the sky!
Yes, it has its risks, but with Chaska's abilities...
It's an extremely risky approach.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial grounds. She can explain how to block the spouts. Chaska, if anyone has a hope of seizing this evidence...
Goodness me, that is a very...
Maybe so, but we have to act fast.
From a technical perspective, I'd have to advise taking some measurement, then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid... Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable structure has formed. It's not without its weak points, but unless they're all struck at the same time...
So, what happens if we do strike?
It'll collapse.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle...
You're right about rough and ready. Sounds like my kind of...
Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
Open fire!
It actually worked!
Koya can give you a lift. She's actually been following it.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
Well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans. Or maybe just me. But right now, we need her power.
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon...
Yes, up there. All right, let's go have a little talk with this...
Take me up!
Paimon's never flown that fast before.
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look... And sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built... I should be able to figure it out with DePaul's notebook. Thankfully, I know a little... That should just about do it. Now all it needs is a nice...
Maybe that works on your gun, huh? We're really moving! The workshop in the sky! Makes you wonder why T'Pol even bothers with phlogiston wings when he has tech like...
Well, according to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the... Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing how... For someone like T'Pol who dreams of flying freely.
But if he's got that relic, he should be able to make a set of prototype. Why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass produce? But this doesn't add up. If he's already achieved...
With any luck, we'll find the answers in his workshop.
Cuckoosaurs! Seems like the merchants were right. T'Pol's using them for his own ends.
Take me up!
Why won't it fly away like the others?
She's still breathing, but by the looks of it, T'Pol was using these Once a Cucusaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. We'll have... Let me see. Looks like a log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally, even though it relies on the relic for 80%. Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention. The log number 377 encountered some issues with a new, smaller model. Thinks we should proceed at a more cautious. Log number 114 ran an experiment using log number 117. Log number 121 made.
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out!
Yeah, probably the contact he alluded to in his other notebook.
Did anyone else notice how the numberings...
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
What are they doing here?
It's T'Pol's henchman. He must have brought them here using the relic in his prototype wings. Watch out! Open fire! Shine down! Take me up!
Hey, look here! More of T'Pol's notes!
Log number 403. I told them that some Saurians are blessed with wings, and some people with... But I also told them that progress can erase individual difference. I promised them that our research will be the new frontier of human progress. I only hope that when we finally achieve this goal...
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. If only it were possible. We could respond... But DePaul, what about the Saurians? You're not sharing the sky? Bad move. I won't let you get away with it. I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Let's fly! Take me up!
I can't believe he captured so many Kukasaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source. Looks like we've reached the center of the workshop.
And still no sign of Koya's...
Let's search this area for now. If we still can't find Chime...
Chaska, Traveler, come quick!
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's... Nope!
Log number 428. we decided to restart. This is the final obstacle to the success. Log number 436. Earlier today... Anyway, as long as our secret experiment succeeds, log number 443, we will conduct log number 440.
Huh? What?
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
Log number... We lost many comrades in the accident. But we cannot stop now. As of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method. They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild serves no one. To facilitate our operations, we will gradually move. All this we do to create a world. All this we do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0.
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook.
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know. Your father is gravely ill. I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. But we'll still be waiting here for you if you...
So Puma's not T'Pol's real mom? Huh. Well,
We know that T'Pol's father passed away quite recently. And this letter looks it looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's funeral is because he'd long since passed away himself. If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, it all points to one answer.
That's right. T'Pol was my child. His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless one, but his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly, until the love we once had for each other. He started a new family, with another traveler.
Opa?
I had no idea that despite being raised among the children of echoes, can you imagine, Chaska? The joy and surprise or how proud I was when he said he wanted, and then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the kook.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chaska. I trust you've learned of T'Pol's wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all. If only his dream can be realized, no one will ever have to. War will never again come at such a great cost. So tell me, Chaska, do you
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? It was a necessary measure. Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? Of course not. The phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if we cling to the scrap. Once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, they will convince themselves that the sacrifice. But this I had not anticipated.
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Yet, it can still be salvaged. I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods. You know me, Chaska. And you know that as fellow humans. Surely you can understand my perspective.
Ulpa, Natland doesn't belong to humans. How many times has the Abyss invaded Natland now? And yet peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to take more power for ourselves?
They are wild beasts, driven purely by instinct.
How did someone like her ever become a writer?
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak. It's all about survival of the fittest for them. Plain and simple.
You're wrong, Ulpa. They only reject the wingless because they don't want to fly.
Chaska, I will promise you this. Only the...
Well, that's too bad. Because I know a few unruly wild kukasaurs who don't think that idea is gonna fly. namely my mom, my sister, and me. And the others? To us, they're friends, family, even children. So if you want to put any of them in one of your cages, you're gonna have to go through us.
Is that right? I knew you might be difficult to
Opa!
Careful! Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her sup.
Oh no, that's one of the extraction.
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them.
Take control? What are you planning to do with me?
Merely accelerate their inevitable downfall. They cannot stand in the way. And since you insist on imposing me too, I have no choice but to keep you here until the dust has...
So that's what you meant by I just want to talk. You never
No, Chaska. I genuinely... You are the strongest warriors we have. I just need you to stay here for the next couple of weeks or so. As long as the majority supports our vision.
Your vision is deranged, and the Flower Feather Clan will never support it.
You sure about that? Then
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe...
Stop delaying the inevitable! Drop your weapons and...
She's still holding Chime.
Koya?
Huh? What are you yapping about? Stand down. Drop your weapons, now! No! The relic!
Let's fly! Hold on to your hats. Coming in. Give up, Alpa. We're negotiating my way now, and this ain't your strong suit.
Hey, something's up with this relic!
Open!
No! What is she doing? She'll bring us all down with...
But why? We stabled...
Maybe it got damaged in the fight.
No. They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe!
Okay. It's too powerful. But we need to get it far away before it... Koya, remember when we were kids? Don't worry. I know I can get rid of it before it explodes. All I need is for you to catch me at the end. I can't hold it back anymore. We have to go...
Don't be insane!
Alpa! What are you...
You're a fool, Chaska! Why would you choose such a We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe to this...
I'm the fool! You really think you can stand a better chance than me?
Sure, it may be asking too much for an ex-wingless to us, but I can fly it a safe distance away. Even if it's the last thing I do. Here. This should be high enough to save the clan. What?
You don't get to die a hero today. mean I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as...
Chaska! Koya!
How are things looking here? I think that's putting it mildly. I owe you one. Oh, but be honest. Do you still think Kukasaurs can't form bonds?
Mom, I'll figure out the refine. You don't need to worry about it. I just need some more time. That's all I ask. Please.
The Flower Feather Clan yield to the strong. So it looks like it's my turn.
Koya! Koya! So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the 10,000th time, I'm sure. The moment she finally relaxed, all the built-up stress finally... Anyway, now you know how we feel when you go off risking life and limb. Your mother and I would both appreciate it. If she wasn't so busy with work, you can bet she...
I'll find an opportunity to apologize to her.
You'd better. No more avoiding us, okay? And don't get me started.
Got it. Got it. You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Hey, but we're not done talking. What are we gonna do with her, She keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. But if, for all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. You'd think as a peacemaker, she must have been a handful growing up. Thank you. And of course, thank you for keeping her safe.
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to go chasing...
Cusco, I understand how you must feel. But it's all thanks to...
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask.
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was out coaching Koyer and Jun. The two of them were a huge help. They took care of things while I went around rallying the And as it turns out, not all of the wingless ones... I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should... Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've just left one small, harmless part intact.
Let's see how they like being locked up in a sky prison.
So, it looks like there's just one last conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker, you're up.
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? Koya, I just want to... Huh? Does this mean you're...
There's that family likeness coming through again.
But that day... Huh? So then, when did you finally make your
Oh, it's Chime and Chimpu. They're...